let me just make sure I have this understanding. Are we still saying that a game console which has exclusively a game which allows 12 to 16 dynamic high-resolution characters controllable on one screen, which also gives off each individual character, give it off its own light source and its own shadow, and about, I would say, 20 to 25 different animations each, including a transformation animation, which can go ahead and change up how you control the actual characters. Living in a high-resolution dynamic world where each individual part actually gives off its own shadows, and the world itself has about, I would say, hundreds, maybe even thousands of animations each, running at a smooth 60 frames per second. Not only that, but can go ahead and support split screen, which will allow you to go ahead and control two different cars from two different positions, still running at 60 frames per second, and going ahead and streaming all that to your particular handheld. And are we still calling that last gen?
Ah, bitch, please.
Guys, Ephenix here, and wow, I just saw the trailer for Mario Kart 8 from Nintendo, and I gotta say, it is incredible. In fact, I can honestly say that on a console level, not PC level, but a console level, it might be one of the best console games that I've seen since this whole next-gen thing started. Seriously, it is gorgeous. Now, I'm not 100% sure which resolution it's actually running by. It may be 720, it may be 1080. But what's more important is that it's running a very smooth 60 frames per second, even with split screen. Now, I do understand that later on, if you add more than two characters, then it lowers down to 30 frames per second, which is definitely understandable. Hey, you can go ahead and do two perspectives at 60 frames per second. That's understandable. 3 and more? Nah. You need to turn down the frames per second. I definitely get that. But I gotta say, I am loving every single visual that was there. And it has some great classic tracks. I saw the Donut track from Super Nintendo version, as well as a lot of other tracks there. Has some brand new tracks, including the Star track, which was also in the original Super Nintendo one. No, it wasn't. Actually, it was in the Nintendo 64. That version was actually there. But I'm absolutely loving it. Now, there's a lot of things going to go on here with this particular game that I'm pretty sure I can guess in terms of what's going on. I believe that most likely Nintendo will go ahead and take it to the next level by providing us with DLC to go ahead and extend the life of the game. I really hope so, because I would love to go ahead and see some of these grand, fantastic tracks. Remember the Donkey Kong track from the N64 one? The one where you actually shot out the barrel and you literally flew up the mountain and you had to go drive right down the mountain? One of my favorite tracks of that particular one here. Now, speaking of favorite tracks, I gotta say that Mario Kart has literally been one of my favorite franchises to date because of the fact that it's just always fun. No matter which version you play, it is always a grand old time when you're playing it. And I gotta say, it's definitely going to be worth the money here when you go ahead and pay. Now, of course, the game's going to be 60 bones, and it might be a while before I actually get the game. I gotta admit that, but because I got other stuff to do. But that being said, I gotta say, it's definitely worth the buy from what I see. Right now, it's going to be shipping with 16 tracks, which is about the usual number for. I believe that's around the usual number for that type of game there. 16 tracks. I think we're counting somewhere around 20 to 24 characters. On top of that, each individual character can go ahead and control either a car, a 4x4 type of car, or a motorcycle. So you literally have multiple combinations. Calling motorcycle, motorbike right here, calling it. But anyway, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. I cannot wait to go ahead and get my hands on this game. So my question is to the audience there, comment section below, will you be picking up Mario Kart? And also, for those who actually do not own a Wii U, will you go ahead and pick up a Wii U just to play that Mario Kart? Definitely say that this actually might be a great game to start off on. There's some great games out for Wii U too. It's funny how people are like, hey, got no games. Yet it seems to have plenty of great games. But hey, what do you guys think? Mario Kart 8, pick up or drop off. Let me know. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.
Dessert はいらねえか。